Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, kendfoster. Welcome to another Voices of Courage show. Today, we have a very special guest on our show. We're going to be talking about the courage to radically change your life and your business. And boy, does this ever come at the right time. You know, we've just passed that place where everybody set their New Year's resolutions, and now all of a sudden, it's 3 weeks, whatever, 4 weeks into it right now. And what's happened now is a lot of you are not doing those resolutions. They have stopped. And it's like, why is that? Well, there's not only a mental side to this, there's an energetic resonance side to this piece. And if, quite frankly, environment is stronger than your willpower. So if you have environments that are slowing down that energy, that flow, that power that you have in those environments, whether they're inner environments or outer environments, what's happening is you're not getting the results you want. A lot of people focus on their goals, their strategies. They set goals, they set purpose. They really want to do this. They want to change up their life, but things aren't manifesting the way that you want it. And so a lot of you have these stop-start patterns. You start and then you stop. You start, you stop. We're going to be talking about how to break that today, how to set up your environments, both inner and outer, for success in all areas of your life. And if that interests you, hang on. Go get your notepad, get your pen and paper. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, you're going to have me go. I'm going to have my guest with me. So we'll be right back.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from leading financial firm J.D. Mellberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free.
Call 800-615-2282.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company.
Call 800-615-2282. That's 800-615-2282.
Call now.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get MD Hearing's revolutionary Neo hearing aids for just $299 a pair. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The Neo is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Neo hearing aids for just $299. Plus, we'll add in a portable charging dock and ship your order absolutely free. The Neo is nearly invisible with its tiny in-the-ear canal design. And you can get 2 Neo hearing aids with a 45-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free lifetime US-based support for only $299. So call now.
800-789-7885. Again, that's 800-789-7885.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is your host, kendfoster, and I have Marie Diamond today. Yeah, Marie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ken. Lovely to be here.
It's so good to be with you. For those of you that don't know Marie, let me introduce you. She's one of the world's top transformational leaders. She's the star of the network TV show Feng Shui Your Life. She's a best-selling author and expert teacher on the law of attraction and Feng Shui. She is an energy master and was featured in the worldwide phenomena, The Secret, and Marie has taught more than 1 million students over the last 30 years, probably a lot more than that because they teach people your principles, in 30 different countries. So, Marie, welcome to the show, and I'm so excited about this interview today.
Thank you so much, and I'm so happy that I can be with you and all your viewers and listeners.
Well, okay, let's just talk about my favorite subjects, feng shui. Just a minute about that, because when my wife, I'll tell you a quick story. When my wife came to me and she said, "Ken, I have a feng shui expert that's gonna change our energy in our house," and I just decorated the house is just decorated, everything's in the right order, and this lady comes in and she wants to move everything, and I'm like, "Oh, but I trust my wife. All right, you go ahead and do it, honey." So they did. And you know what happened? Man, I tell you, it was like a light switch came on with our financial abundance. It was just more and more and more. Everything shifted. And before that, quite frankly, I didn't realize how blocked I was. And that was my first experience. So tell me about feng shui. How'd you get in it and what is it all about?
Well, yes, that's a beautiful story, actually. So, yeah, feng shui is actually an energy system that is for thousands of years practiced in China and Asian areas because it's actually, they were aware of the chi of the environment, the energy flow of the environment. It's only in the last, I would say, 40, 50 years that this was brought more and more into the Western world. And so for me, that was like part of my journey, especially after I had a near death experience when I was 15 years old. I was already meditating since I was seven. I had a spiritual teacher already. But it was like at 15, after going through this turbulence in my life, I asked my teacher what I did do wrong because I was meditating, I was grateful, I was focusing on my goals. I already was quite into the law of attraction. And he said, "Well, you are missing out on, you have what he called wrong feng shui." And that's when I first heard the message. And I was like, what does that mean? And he really shared with me that I was sleeping in a place that created bad luck for me. And oh my God, I had a lot of bad luck in that space. You know, I was bullied tremendously at school, had no friends. I was really in a very depressive state. And so at that moment, I decided to move into another bedroom. So I asked my parents if I could move into the bedroom of my brothers that always had fun. It like they had like a really good time, and they already were out of the house, so they were much older. And so the moment I moved there and I painted it in a color that was more sunny, and where I put other images out, images that related with what I wanted to have, images of friends and romance, suddenly my whole life shifted. And like what you said, like a light switch went on. I had my first boyfriend, the bullies stopped bullying me, I got, friends. It was just like all this changed around. And that's when I started really understanding how impactful my environment was, not just my mindset, not just praying to God, to the universe, but also there was more than just this. And as I was a young child that already could see energy, and I could see when people's energy would change, I really knew that the place where I was staying before was really darker energy. I could see it, but I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, like I said, energy is more powerful than our willpower. And I'm wondering from your point of view, my point of view is that there's energy in the walls, there's memory in the walls, there's memory, there's everything. It's a holistic system. It's not you know, a,
Yes.
a separation system. Everything is complete and whole. So when
Right.
you walk in and there's people listening right now and they're going, yeah, my house, this room feels depressing. This other room, I don't know if I even want to be there. This room feels joyful. How do we get balance through all of it? Right. So we do feel that flow, that power in all of it.
Yeah, so you're right. This is part of a bigger field, right? It's the quantum physics field of everything is aligned with us and with everything we do and feel and think. And so, the first thing I always suggest to people, if you feel in certain areas that the energy is very low and heavy, is to bring the light back in, like open the windows, bring some light in, put some more light on, put candles, just create a little bit more of chi, more of energy. And also to start letting go of things, like by creating more space, like open up your cabinet, your drawers, and start organizing and decluttering, because everything you put into that field is actually affecting you on a subconscious level. I always say your home is like a three-dimensional vision board. everything around you is affecting your subconscious mind. And so perhaps you just have too much stuff around you. Perhaps you have the wrong images around you. So we have to become aware of it. That's the first step. And saying like, oh, does that feel good? Or since I put that image up there, I don't feel so great. Like, is this wanting to represent what I really want to live my life with? Like, everything that is there is representing who I want to be. And so, if that is not aligned with what your goals and vision is for your life, then take it off and hang something more aligned with what you want.
I love that. Okay, so we're talking about energy. We're talking about resonance. We're talking about everything has energy. So those pictures have energy, the plants have energy, your desk, your carpeting, your everything is energy. And is that energy flowing for you? Is it flowing
Yeah.
out of your house? Is it flowing into you? Is it something that's blocking your success? This is something, like you said, in the Western world, we're just now really exploring it. I mean, I'll bet you maybe 3 to 5% of the people are really aware of their environments. It's not a lot, but it's growing all the time. I'm going to take a break, Maria. When we come back, I'd like to talk a little bit more about maybe some of the misconceptions around feng shui and energy balancing, and then how people can notice what needs to change. Okay, we'll be right back.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away.
If you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, administer insulin 3 or more times a day or use an insulin pump.
Call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it is accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions.
And if you have Medicare or private insurance,
you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We will also provide free shipping of your new CGM and will bill your insurance company for you.
If you have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, administer insulin 3 or more times a day or use an insulin pump. Call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Whether you're an active person that wants extra supplemental movement, maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation, Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now and order Ellipse.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now.
It's your host, Ken D. Foster. I'll be right back with Marie Diamond. And I want to just appeal to you right now. The Voices of Courage shows are transformative. They are life-changing. They help people to awaken their inner genius, to be able to see the unseeable, know the unknowable, and do the impossible. If you have a family member, a friend, an associate that you think would be up-leveled in their life by watching these shows, I really encourage you to give that to them. Give them the gift of this show. They can subscribe on YouTube, or they can see us you can Google Voices of Courage, or you can tell Alexa, Cortana, or Siri to play Voices of Courage. We're all over. We're in 185 countries right now. So I encourage you. That's how we grow, and that's how you grow, by giving it away. So I hope you'll take me up on that. All right, here's my guest, Marie Diamond. Oh, wait, Marie. Okay, misconceptions. Let's start there. Feng Shui.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that you need to change everything around you, like knock walls down or repaint everything to get good feng shui. Really, feng shui is something very personal. And so that's why people can literally download my free app, where they can put in their energy number and their birthday, and they will actually see there are certain directions that for you personally will affect you more. It's not like you suddenly have to change everything. It is actually things you need to change for yourself. And so based on your birthday, you will have, for example, a compass direction that is southwest or north or east. And just focusing on these direction in your bedroom, living room, or workspace, and activating that energy, it's actually going to change the vibration, because feng shui is like acupuncture. So it's not like you have to suddenly rip everything apart. It's all about putting and activating certain things aligned with your birthday that will help you to get to the next level. So that's the first misconception I've seen that people can really work with very quickly. It's a very quick system.
You mentioned your app, and I think we have the right website. Scrolling across the page, it's mariediamond.com/app to actually
Yeah.
get the app. So if you, I encourage you to go do that. Okay. What other misconceptions are they?
Well, I think a lot of people think that feng shui is all about, you need to bring in the Eastern culture. You need to have wind chimes and Buddhas and whatever in your house. And actually, that's not true. You need to really look at what you love and the colors that you like, and just making sure there is a balance between things around you. So you just don't have to become a Asian temple to do good feng shui. I've practiced feng shui with all different religions, because it is not a religion, it's just an energy system. And so with people from all over the world, and you can totally honor your culture, your religion into that energy system. So that is really a big breakthrough for a lot of people.
I'm really happy you shared that. I think there's a lot of misconception around that, and this isn't about a religion. This is about you being able to have more energy, vitality, manifest more wealth, more joy, and more happiness. That's
Right.
what the system is about, and
Yeah.
that's what they created about. Okay, let me jump back to the app real quick, because we're kind of browsing over it. What's at that app there, Maria? Can people get on their journey with you? What's there?
So, yeah, on the free Mary Diamond app, there is the possibility to find out, first of all, your personal feng shui directions. So, based on your birthday and your birth gender, you actually create a calculation and then you have a number, an energy number. And that energy number literally gives you a whole aspect of energies. And first of all is your number, and your number connects you with a compass. And in the compass, you will see there is a success direction, a health, relationship, and wisdom direction. What people do is they hold the app as a compass and they stand in the room where they spend a lot of time. That means your bedroom, workspace, and living area. And you see what is in that direction. Like in your success direction, if you have clutter there, then don't be surprised that your home has been blocking your success and money. If in your relationship direction you have an image of just yourself, then don't be surprised that you will not attract the partner of your life. So everything around you, images, statues, colors, are reflecting that. And so this is with some videos that we have in there. It brings you through the whole process to really start feng shuiing your life. And there's also some meditations in there because I also am a big believer in doing some inner feng shui and making sure there's a constant clearing going on. And also some daily messages that each time gives you a next step in what you can do with your feng shui. So that's kind of what the app brings.
I really love that. I'd like to focus a little bit. I have so many questions for you, but let's take a deeper dive into the inner game of feng shui. Mhm.
Yeah.
Where people are taking that dive. Can you give us some examples, maybe of what that inner dive would look like? I know you said meditation, maybe other ways, and maybe some of the results people get as a result of the inner dive.
Yeah. So I have more than 1 million students that do these tubes of light meditation that I'm teaching you on it. And this is really a 5-minute practice where I would almost say like you take every day an outer shower, but you never take an inner shower. So it's really like clearing every day, all the heaviness, all your toxicity, all your negative mindset, to clear that every day. And we work with colors specifically. The inner diamond or the inner feng shui works with 24 colors, and we work with 5 colors every day that clear the vibration. And of course, one of them is violet. And violet is actually the color of forgiveness. So by every day letting go of all your own self-judgments, of all the judgments people have been pushed towards you or brought onto you, by clearing that every day, you actually are doing this inner decluttering. And that is a game changer for a lot of my students because they thinking, well, once in a while, if I let go of certain things, I'm fine. But what if you can do that every day? But what if you can do that every day? So that is,
Well, I had a fellow on my show not too long ago. He, it was new to me at the time. I guess it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he was mentioning to cleanse every day the body, right? And for me, that was a new concept at the time. Oh, every day? I was used to doing a cleanse, every quarter, right?
yeah.
But now, it's an everyday process. It makes so much more sense. And what you're saying makes so much sense. It's that release process every day. Just let it go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we don't know what we've been holding on to consciously and subconsciously. So the tubes of light is just this inner feng shui practice that people do in the morning. And most of them do it before they do other practices because they have seen it even enhances their other practices of yoga or qigong or tai chi or any other meditations. It puts them in alignment with the universal qi because of course we have qi in our body, but we need to also be aligned with that universal chi that is ongoing all the time, bringing us vitality and longevity and a high vibration. But if we don't connect consciously with it, then it literally, we're not switching on the light every day. And that's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do. All right, listen, I got to take a quick break. When we come back, you got famous on The Secret, right? That people knew you. I'd like to know a little bit about how the feng shui and The Secret and manifesting wealth all tie together. So we'll do that when we come back.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Mellberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free.
Call 800-615-2282.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company.
Call 800-615-2282. That's 800-615-2282.
Call now.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Hi everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have live agents available right now to answer your questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin with us in the Help Center. So Tom, phones are really busy over there. Tell us what kind of calls you're seeing.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the call center with you. We always enjoy talking to the viewers and getting folks the compensation that they deserve. You know, we're seeing calls about all kinds of accidents, but the most common by far has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live person. They'll answer any questions you have and tell you if you have a case and how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. All right, folks at home, you heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now.
Whether you're an active person that wants extra supplemental movement, maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation, Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now and order Ellipse.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is your host, Kendi Foster, and I'm with Maria Diamond, one of the world's leading transformational teachers. Marie, you were on the Secret. I think most people know what The Secret is. They probably watched it once or many times. How did Feng Shui play into this law of attraction and creating what you want, you know, whether it's wealth or a new house or a new life? How does it tie into that?
Yes, of course. So, well, it's very interesting. When I learned first about Feng Shui, my grandmaster told me that there were 3 parts to the law of attraction. The first part is what we call the heavenly luck, and that's like your destiny, your karma. When you come into this world, you have talents, you have gifts, you have some challenges from birth that you need to learn about and you need to evolve in. And the second part is your human luck, and that's actually your mindset. It's the way you feel about things, it's your actions. So everything you can do as a human being. But he said there's a last part to the law of attraction, what most people don't understand. It's a missing link. And that is exactly your environment, how your home and where you live, sleep, work is affecting you subconsciously all the time in what you want to attract. So it's possible you've been trying to reach to the next levels of your law of attraction manifestation, but it's also possible that your home has been blocking that because it's about 33% of the results of your manifestation. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, that's something I want to teach about. And so that's exactly how I practiced from being a lawyer in Europe, becoming the only European teacher in The Secret, because I practiced this and I put on my vision board in my success direction that you can find on your app. I put on, I'm going to be in a movie seen by millions of people that will transform the world. And I put images out around movies like an Oscar in my success direction. And within a month, I actually got my first Oscar winning client. And within a few months, I started consulting people like the late Bob Proctor, John Gray, Jack Canfield, Marianne Williamson, and I became part of that inner circle of transformation that was present here in the US. And that is how I got part of the Transformation Leadership Council that created by Jack Canfield. And I was invited to speak and do an interview in The Secret. And when Rhonda Byrne, who has created The Secret, found out that I was talking about how your environment is also a field of attraction, she was so blown away by that. And she's like, let me bring that also part of the movie because nobody's talking about that part. And so when she brought forward The Secret, and The Secret didn't go so well in the beginning, I was actually the one that helped her publisher to make sure there was a perfect feng shui environment. And after we did exactly that, that's when the phone started ringing from Oprah Winfrey. And so everything started flowing forward. And that's why some people call me the secret behind The Secret, because I brought in that missing link to the top speakers and authors that are in The Secret, because they, of course, practice their mindset. What you should do, they practice their connection with God and the universe, but they also have added their environment to that piece, to that aspect of the law of attraction. And that is what a lot of people don't get, is that everything around you is affecting you subconsciously all the time. And if that's the wrong message, if that's not aligned with your goals and visions, then literally nothing will move forward as easy and effortless as possible.
I just love that. I'm just thinking, about the fact that the subconscious mind keeps track of every little scrap of paper, everything you have, and it's like when you release, all of a sudden you feel lighter because you don't have all this stuff. And well,
Right.
I hope my audience is paying attention to that piece because they can really, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter the next war. Hopefully, we don't have any next wars, but it seems to be that way. The next flood, the next hurricane, the next whatever, right? That doesn't have to be your reality. Okay. Your reality can be the reality that you so choose when you align in harmony with the chi, with the divine plan. Everything changes. And I'll bet you people have told you, Marie, you seem to live in a bubble. Like, why? You're not part of this other world. Why is that? Right? Does that happen for you?
Yeah, I think so. But it's also because I do believe that when I create peace within me and peace around me, I will create peace in the world. Because I do believe it's an extension. So I don't even want to talk about what is next. I want to be present in harmony within myself and in the space I am. And of course, people will look up to that and say, like, what are your secrets? How do you do that? And I said, well, I create peace and harmony around me and within myself. And I do believe I contribute because of that exponentially. And I do believe all my students and fans that have been practicing Feng Shui Your Life and have been reading the book and have been practicing the app, they literally have a shift happening in their life. But I do believe we contribute majorly to keep peace in this world.
Well, you just gave a lot of words of wisdom, man. Change yourself if you want to change the world. Be peace if you want to see peace, right?
Yeah.
Be joy if you want to see joy. Give it away. Go, and it's there's simple principles, but they're so powerful when we really take them to heart. Marie, you did touch base on your book, and I really want to take a deep dive on the book. So what I'm going to do is I'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we're going to give people some more of the principles we're talking about here, and take a deep dive into the book and why you wrote it. We'll be right back.
Are you being audited? And do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home, 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 800-830-1358.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Mellberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free.
Call 800-615-2282.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company.
Call 800-615-2282. That's 800-615-2282.
Call now.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get MD Hearing's revolutionary Neo hearing aids for just $299 a pair. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The Neo is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Neo hearing aids for just $299. Plus, we'll add in a portable charging dock and ship your order absolutely free. The Neo is nearly invisible with its tiny in-the-ear canal design. And you can get 2 Neo hearing aids with a 45-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free lifetime US-based support for only $299. So call now.
800-789-7885. Again, that's 800-789-7885.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is your host, Kendi Foster, and I am with, what do I want to call? I'm going to call you the next, not the next, the star of transformation, Marie Diamond, who has really helped so many people transform so many areas of their life to be able to bring that consciousness that we all want It's the oneness that we all want to feel, that connection with each other, and a world that's filled with balance and harmony in all areas, whether it be in the environment, whether it be in our nation, our communities, our schools, or wherever. She's helping so many to do that. Maria, I'm just blown away by your work, and I'm just
Thank
glad
you.
you're here. You got a book out, and we want to put that book on screen here. It's called Feng Shui Your Life. Feng Shui Your Life. Tell me a little bit about the journey of this book and some of the principles in it.
Thank you for sharing the book. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to share with you like the beginning principles that people need to do to personalize their feng shui. So, this book goes completely together with the app that we have so that they literally can start practicing, really manifesting the life of their dreams that they perhaps have just focused on just with their mindset or changing some habits, but understand that your environment is responsible for 33% of your results. And I'm sure most people have not even touched a percent of that. And so Feng Shui Your Life is a very practical step-by-step system with beautiful stories, but also making it very practical so that you can start right away in your home space. And this is like almost like a book that you can have with you to for every home you're ever going to move in, to every place, to help your family, to help your friends, to really reach out to that next level of manifestation. Because manifestation is a big word right now, but we have to also understand that that manifestation is not just in your mind and in your heart, it's also where you live. And so when you know exactly what you can do, then this is very easy to change. It's not about, like I said, painting everything around you. It's to become aware of what is there already and to use what you already have in your home, not to have to start buying all kind of stuff, but just what you already have, to really change it in such a flow, in such a harmony that you feel like you're getting unstuck in your money level, you get to the next level in your career, you feel more light and vital, more vitality, you have better relationships, especially with your romance and your family. It's just like what I have lived my life. I have this blissful life, with a partner for more than 33 years, three wonderful children and grandchildren. And I have this amazing life of reaching out and impact I have because I practice these exact principles since I was 30 years old. So I really would love for you to explore it. And this is an amazing gift, for your family or for any birthday, because it will really transform people's life.
Well, I love that. Okay, so where do we get the book, Marie?
Well, I would say on Amazon and on good bookstores, they are available there. So I'm excited for you to start reading it. It's very light, it's very lovely, and very practical.
I love that. Feng Shui Your Life. You're just reigniting me to take that next level. And we've feng shuied our home, several times, but there's always, it's like as we grow, we change. There's different energy that we bring in our home. Let's talk about that a little bit. Am I accurate with that? Because I'm just kind of making it up right now, but that's how I feel. It's intuitive.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, it's not just we change something and then we get stuck in the change. We are an ongoing change that is happening. And so, what was there 10 years ago for you or 5 years ago, you're not that same person anymore. Literally, we are not. We are completely different cellular structure from that time. We are a different mindset. So, we sometimes, I come in people's homes and they're like, oh, Marie, I did everything 10 years ago. And I'm like, yes, but you're not the same person anymore. So something has shifted. So why don't we go into to adapt? And it's, like I said, it's acupuncture. It could be updating your pictures. Like sometimes I go in people's homes and they still have the pictures of their grandchildren when they were 5 and meanwhile they're 25, right? So why don't you start with adapting all the current pictures that you have and just make them more aligned with who you are? Perhaps you still have your marriage picture up, but hey, why about a picture of you and your loved one from the last year on your last holidays? So just make it more current. I think that's always a great thing. And we can always let go of things. Perhaps we have been piling up things in our cabinets, in our closets, I always say to people, let go of at least 10 to 20% of what you have. So you create some space, some void for the universe to bring in new opportunities, new possibilities in your life. So these are a few things we can always upgrade. And sometimes it's even colors, that you're like, you know what, at that time I really was into greens and blues, but now I'm into yellows and oranges. And like, well, bring that energy in, like make it more your own, because remember, everything around you is affecting you nonstop. So you can create a lot of changes within you by creating change around
I
you.
just love that. I love that. I'm just thinking our own, my wife and Judy, we've been married 24 years now, and we've gone through a lot of change together. Now we're into this gold era. Everything seems to, we got a lot of gold energy coming into our life, which is very cool. Um, you know, uh, Attachment. People do get attached. I get attached, right? I go to clean my garage. I go, well, I might need this next year, but I haven't used it for 3 years. How do we break that pattern, man? How do we break that
Yeah.
pattern?
Well, it's one of these little tips I can give you, is that the lavender is an essential oil, but also a mist that you can spray. And so lavender has an ability to release any energy we're holding on to things. So before you declutter, just spray lavender mist, or just put lavender essential oil on you, and your mind is more open to let go of things. It's a very quick thing, but it really works. I've done this with thousands of people. And then when you start really going into the garage, ask a buddy or ask a friend who is not part of your family to kind of go through it with you, and say like, and just ask the question, will you use this in the next year? And when you come up with all these excuses, and so it's like, no, let's go back to, do you still need to use it the next year? And like, yes, I do. Okay, we'll keep it. So we have like a very specific space clearing technique that we also have in the book Feng Shui Your Life, that I have practiced for so many years and so many students, and it's so easy. We call it the 5 bag system. And by asking the right questions each time as you're letting go of things, you will actually create so much more openness, and then you'll be able, hey, this bag is ready to send to Goodwill. This is a bag I'm going to keep. This is a bag I'm going to sell. So you're going through a system, and it's like, it's so practical, and it just works. And I've moved so many times in my life. In 7 different countries I lived, and I practice this, and it's the best system
I
I've ever
love
found.
that. Well, okay, I got another question around that. A couple more. Let's see how we're doing on time. We're doing good. Okay, 5G, the 5G towers and that energy, and the high power lines and all that. Um, do you need protection around that? Do you need the energy flow around? What do you recommend on those?
Yeah. So I would say, first of all, it's not my specialty. So I don't want to really go too deeply into it. But one of the things that I suggest for people is to work with crystals, and to put white quartz crystals are the best, apparently, to put in the 4 areas, the 4 corners of your house, like both on the ceiling and both on the floor. And you need to wash your crystals regularly, and you also need to make sure they are reactivated by putting it in the sunlight during the like noon for a couple of hours, and because crystals absorb energy. So that's a way you can work with it, but I'm sure there are a lot of better specialists than me to talk about what the influence is about that. Of course, when we have a lot of electricity around us, it's also important that we bring in a lot of nature within us. So that means going into nature, going outside as much as we can, create fresh air, but also to put some plants around us, especially in our living room, in the place where we work, not so much in the bedroom, but really to create some more positive plant chi, because that will also help to rebalance the electricity chi that is around us. So this is kind of what I would suggest from a
That's
feng
great.
shui
Let me ask you
perspective.
about color too. People are always wondering about colors, right? I said we got a lot of gold coming in. Well, my office is a lot of black, right? But then each corner, different corners have different things in them, right? Based on feng shui principles. How important is this color piece?
Yeah. So for me, that's very crucial because, colors is an expression of vibration and frequencies. And in my Diamond Feng Shui school, I work with 24 exact colors that we can put around us. And literally, when people look to the app and they look at their success direction there, they will see there will be colors around the compass that actually indicate what are the best colors for them. So you can look for personal colors, but you also can look where the color, what are the colors around you. So, for example, in a bedroom, I would always avoid to have blue, too much blue walls, or green or red walls, because in a bedroom we need earth energy and metal energy. So that means beiges and browns and pinks and yellows and whites, golds, and silvers, because it's better for our mental health. When we create too much red in our bedroom, we literally get too much fire, or whether it's too much blue, it's too much water energy, and we get out of balance. So we need to be a little bit careful about, especially where we sleep. And then, of course, I see too many times that people are too much monotone, like it's one color. Right? It's like whites and grays. And I'm like, look, you don't look at life in a monotone way either. So, the nature is about all kinds of colors. So bring in some more colors, especially in the living room. If people want more joy, because we're talking about joy, is I would definitely bring in some more oranges or peach or yellows, like sun colors, literally. Because when we see the sun, we immediately feel that vitamin C. We feel that dopamine. We feel the happiness when we are in the sun. So bring more of the sun colors, even if it's candles you put around or pillows. It doesn't have to be repaint everything, just a few items that just our subconscious mind feels better in it. So just adding some colors in a certain area feel like create a huge shift in our life. And of course, based on your personal energy number, there will be certain colors you'll be wearing. And probably you love very much blue and gold. And at this point in your life, this is exactly what you need to have. For other people, it will be a different color combination that comes in for them. But it's all, I do believe when people are in alignment, when they're intuitive, that they probably are in the right track with their colors that they wear and
How
that are
about
around.
we're almost out of time. This is going so quick. How about one other thought I had is around specific rooms, like a specific room or a specific chair, or something for meditation, a specific room for maybe manifestation. Is that do we need that, or do we care?
Well, if you have the space, it's always a good thing to do that. I have my own meditation space. I love that. But what you also see is that when you go to the app, there is what we call a wisdom direction. So based on your birthday, there is a compass direction that when you look towards that direction when you meditate or when you do any spiritual practices, your brain waves will go actually up to a higher frequency. You'll go easier into alpha, theta, and even delta frequencies because you're facing the right direction. So when I'm, for example, meditating, for me, it would be facing northeast. For somebody else, it's north. So it's not for everybody east and north. It is really based on your energetic DNA. So people do practice that and they feel like they have that a stronger energy with it. But also in their wisdom direction, they can put in their bedroom, or they could put in the living room a little altar or little symbols of their religion or their spiritual practice. So it doesn't have to be everything around you needs to be on that level, but it needs to be activated in the right direction. And that is the key.
I
And that's
love it.
also explained
Okay,
in the Feng Shui
so
Your Life.
Maria, thank you so much for being here and putting that on screen again. Feng Shui Your Life. Go get it. Amazon today. Go to the app, mariediamond.com/app. And Maria, I can't thank you enough for being here. I know everybody loves this. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much and good luck with everything.
And I want to thank you for watching today. Hey, by the way, you know what? I just got a hit, right? It's this is about change, right? Courage to change, courage to change. I got my book out there, The Courage to Change Everything, Daily Strategies and essential wisdom to awaken your inner genius. You can get that book at couragetochange.us. It's important to educate, to learn, to continue to grow. And when you have books like Maria's that's going to stretch you, and mine that's going to stretch you, they work in harmony. They work together. I encourage you to go get those. From my heart to yours, I pray that you will continue to search and seek out everything you need to be able to change your life so that you can see the unseeable, know the unknowable, and then do the impossible. Take care.